Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. My name is Draygone and Fuzzbottom Jr. and these are some of my patrons. Snow Kieran, Hiru, Theo Vellum, and a special thanks to my special sponsor, Lit Dragon. When we last left off, we explored the world on boat and got a whole bunch of yams to eat. Now we are in the town of Paragon. Well, let's see here. Yep, Paragon Village. Community and calm with open arms. Everyone is welcome here. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna fulfill my curiosity right now. What's up with you? Hey, Possum! That's right, people and monsters are neighbors in Paragon. Most of us even speak human here. You're a monster? That would explain why the one in that resort town was all suspicious. I don't think we need to do a recap on what we're doing today, because the recap is just going to be telling us what we'll be doing next time. So we won't do that now. Alright, we got a shop here. Oh, sure enough, we got monsters living alongside humans. Well, that's nice. First things first. Holy cow! These weapons are really good! I bet it's because monsters and people worked on it together? But won't they just hurt each other? That's bananas! It's too bad that's not a customizable word. So, apparently this town has the strongest equipment in the game, which makes me wonder, how much does it cost? I've got 768 on hand right now. Very well. Final Sword, Fable Axe, Miracle Staff, and Dream Spear. They are all very, very expensive. It's entirely possible we'll be exploring another town around here to get equipment there instead. Oh, I just remembered something. Before I go looking for treasures, I want to first change my class to a rogue, so that I can find more money in treasure chests. So let's go to mentality and rogue. I'm trying to decide whether I want to try out warrior and cleric. I mean, we've already established that being a warrior lets you equip any weapon, but at the same time, I'm having a lot of fun with a Guardian, being able to guard more frequently against attacks. And now that I'm at level 15, that means the Bard would be super useful, because Bards have a higher chance of critical hits once you're at level 15. I'm not sure if there's any advantage to me going to, like, Cleric. I mean, Cleric's got a lot of MP and magic power, but that's really it. And Warrior, I guess it depends on if we find any more enemies that ask for spears. Well, I suppose we do have some monsters that we're fighting while we're sailing that are weak against spears. But are the monsters in the dungeon going to be weak against spears? I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and switch to rogue for the time being. Now, our equipment is unequipped at this point, but that's okay. We're not going to be fighting anything, and if we do fight anything, I can equip things in battle. Convenient. Alright, so let's see here. Where's the bank, by the way? In here? Maybe? No. No, these are just weapons, armor, and items. Alright, well, let's see here. Well, first off, there's some money right there. And on the other side, even more money. I'm not entirely sure how much more money I'm getting from being a rogue, but one of the treasures that is listed here for this town is 100 wind shell. That is the lowest amount, and the highest amount is 250, and if I had to guess, I definitely found a decent amount of extra money in one of these pots. I mean, from being a rogue. What do you have to say for yourself? Happy shop, Squack. Buy? Sell? Squat craw! Oh boy, that's an expensive shield. But some of this other stuff is affordable. Not sure which I'll want to buy, considering my job classes and that sort of thing. I'm guessing only a couple of classes, the warrior in particular, can equip the mithril armor. All of these headgears, and no idea which is going to be the most beneficial to me. How many maps do I have still? Magic maps. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and open up the magic map in this here town and see what this town's layout is like. Now again, it does not actually show objects and buildings on the map, which is unfortunate. But this will be interesting to look at regardless. Yeah, that actually is pretty interesting. I did not expect that we would be surrounded by water. Of course, you're not actually meant to be able to see that. So just on the other side of these snow-capped mountains, there's water. Oh, and you can see the water right there. So, there you go. Alright, continue with the exploration. Gotta keep an eye out for yams. Come here, you. Come here. The mainland isn't really my bit anymore. I mean, it's so safe here, no one even has doors. Really? You got some strong monsters wandering around. But then again, you got some strong monsters living here. Well, no doors means we don't have to wait through any door animations. Oh, wait, I spoke too soon. Hey, it's an Rawr! Let's see what we can change into. I think it's high time that we change into something else. So offhand, we got some regular colors. What was orange like? Kinda looks like a Dragon Quest character. Which is fitting when you really think about it. How about topaz? That is an unusual color. Will this wind up dyeing our hair? That's topaz? I must not know what topaz is. Let me look it up. So apparently topaz just comes in a variety of colors, some better than others. And this color's not great, but for the sake of variety, sure. And that's an oddly placed plant. Is there another place where we can walk up on top of the wall or something? No, I guess not. Alright, well, let's see here. There's obviously something important across the bridge, so let's not go across the bridge just yet. What's this fountain? Library. Through the collective knowledge, we never repeat our past. But otherwise, nothing important about the fountain. So you're facing an interesting direction. And it is only interesting because I know what direction you were facing when I first came to this town. You were facing up. I wonder why you're suddenly facing down. We'll talk to her in just a bit. First, let's go ahead and... Oh, this is actually a pretty nice library you got here. I thought you were just going to be lazy and just have rows of bookshelf, like have the whole library like this. But no, this actually looks like a library. Oh, and my parents are here. Hey there, Dray. You really must like to travel if you're all the way in Paragon. Same to you. Sure. Just like us, I found a pretty interesting book on armors while I was here and gotten addicted. This library has everything, you know. Oh, where's your friend from before? Are you traveling alone now? No, Rebecca's with us, hypothetically. Well, not to worry. I'm sure some lunch will help you get through this tough time. And we got lunch. That's probably on the treasure list, isn't it? Yep, there it is. Mark that off. Oh, I know you two are still traveling together. You can't pilot a boat just like your dad. You can't pilot a boat just like your dad. I'm not entirely sure how to enunciate that, but you get the idea. I can't wait to properly be introduced, Dray. Anything else? Just that last bit. So apparently I do not know how to pilot a boat, even though I'm the one piloting the boat. Hey, how about you sit backwards in your chair, Dad? Well, if it isn't Dray. Are you here in Paragon on business, or are you goofing off like your mom and me? I'd actually found a good book on boating, but was too captivated by your mom to focus. Actually, this is the last place we planned for on our trip. And I have a bunch of wind shell to spare. I feel pretty bad for missing out on so much for this budget now, too. So, here's a little something from Dad. And there's our... Yeah, that is the biggest amount of money that we're supposed to get from this town. 250 wind shell. Being a rogue while exploring towns definitely pays off. I wonder what this implies in this situation. Did we, like, pocket our dad while he was giving us his other money? Buy yourself something nice while you're traveling. You can never have too many souvenirs, Dray. You'll make a fine hero, son. So how many of these books say stuff? Oh, probably all of them, possibly. It's Dray Jr.'s records. I've been watching him since he left on his journey. Okay. He's defeated 517 foes and only lost 4 times. Well, shoot. And there was even that time I died on purpose. Of course, the 39 yams he's found attributes to his newfound strength. And since Dray Jr.'s favorite color is green, he must be using arrow magic pretty often. You bet I am. Really curious how useful the other spells would be if I had a different favorite color. And now it's time for his next mission. After he's done reading this book. I feel unclean. The perks of a class. Some classes have perks that are known only to those daring enough to shift mentalities. Did we read this book once before? I think we did. Mages recover mana, guardians have higher odds of guarding, rogues are able to dodge and gain bonus wind shells from any source. Trainees have poor stats overall, but gain more experience and wind shells in battle. So if I want, like, more experience and stuff, I'd be a trainee? I'm not really that interested. The other classes have the perks of more balanced stats by comparison, which is hardly a perk at all. Reading scan for babies. Yeah, apparently, by the way, I misread the weakness of the fish. I thought that their weakness was ice, but no, it was telling me that they were strong against ice. And yeah, this is information that we've already read. Let's talk to some more people real quick. We got a slime as the librarian. Knowledge is free, so don't worry about paying or anything. Of course, that doesn't bode well for my paycheck. How do librarians get paid? Anyway, enjoy the library. Okie doke. Oh gosh, no. Nope, 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 nope. So these are also going to be books that we've read for the most part. Using magic. But I'm going to check them anyway, just in case they mention anything of interest that we haven't read yet. Well, first off, there's apparently 2 Adventure Guides number 4. Adventure advice, whatever. Humans that come here tend to give me funny looks. They say I'm going to mark the books. As if highlighters are far too smelly for a dog. Oh, okay, I get it. Some people. Ooh, are these? No. Oh, yes. I thought something looked suspicious here. Alright, so there's a wisdom yam, of which there are 2 in this town. Check the rest of these while I'm at it. Nope, just that one. Alright, and now we have these 5 books. So apparently these 5 books are going to be useful for a puzzle later on, and I'll actually be able to find them in the place with the puzzle, so I don't necessarily have to read them now, unless I want some information on, like, plot that is coming up. Let's at least take a peek at one of these. Are they in a certain order here? Okay, good. Passage number 1. I am the wishing Djinn of hope, the temple my container. Though I cannot leave, I am never lonely. The sweet and powerful dragon has taken it upon himself to protect and entertain me. Okay. He cannot understand speech, but always seems to know just what I need. What a peculiar creature. We love each other very much. Huh. Dragon, as in the evil dragon that we're supposed to be sealing up? Well, now I'm genuinely curious. Passage number 2. While Dragon was out finding me books, I had a visitor. And now having been found, there was soon to be a great many wishes to grant. At first, people and monsters wished for things that would benefit their world. Is this like from the perspective of that wishing string? But they became selfish. Power, curses, deaths, they all abused my power. I had reached my limit. Passage number 3. Dragon was relieved to see me stop granting wishes. Tempest was getting crowded, and he never seemed to trust humans or monsters much. Tempest is the place that we're going to be heading soon, the next dungeon in the game. But as Dragon, ushered out my guests, many of them were furious with me. This is beginning to sound like a misunderstanding. And while me and Dragon are powerful, I believe in peace and he is but one monster. It was inevitable that I'd be struck down by the might of humans and monsters. Passage number 4. I was gone for a long time, only a single thread of my hair remained from my first form. Being magical, I was reborn in a new body and began to seek out my friend. But what I'd found wasn't my dragon, but a creature fueled by hatred. I could only watch as he destroyed town after town. He couldn't even recognize me. Passage number 5. I know what has to be done. When I saw a man wishing for strength on my essence, I knew only my hope could stop Dragon. No longer a djinn, I'll follow the man from Tempest and watch as he battles Dragon. Then I'll give my life force to lay Dragon to rest and protect the remaining inhabitants. Okay, so this is that Guardia character, possibly from the pyramid that I can't remember the name of. I will have to become the sacrifice, forever losing my immortality and name. Guardia. Yeah, I was right. Huh. Well, that was certainly interesting. I'm gonna want to find a good spot to screen cap for the thumbnail of this. Maybe here will do. I'm not sure. So who's supposed to sit in this other librarian chair, by the way? Maybe the night crew? I would assume this world has a night. Alright, well, time for more exploration. I'm very zoned in on many of the new catchphrases. Does this impress you? Alright, the guy did not mention this person, so... Oh wait, yes it does. It's in the footnotes. Zoned in, meaning focused. So let's say no. Oh really? Well, how focused on trends are you? How focused on trends are you? Feel like that's worded wrong. What's the trending way to describe someone focused? Well, let's see here. I can't really think of anything. What happens if I have that deleted and select OK? Is that your focus rating? Not really. What's the trending way to describe someone focused? I actually kind of like zoned in, so I think I'm going to keep it that way. You're zoned in? Is that your focus rating? Obviously. I see you are sharp. I was seeing if you knew that zoned in was a mistake. In the know, we know to be zoned in. I said so myself. You'll trend everywhere if you keep that awareness. Alright, next. I wonder if that pig is a monster. I've got big plans to open a bakery here one day. Yep, nowhere to go but up. If you wind up making donuts, can you hire me? And I found an NDM. I did not see any indication that an NDM was there. So that was pretty dang well hidden. But then again, I was going to be checking barrels anyway. Well, if that person's a baker, don't have to worry about eating this pig, getting eaten, something like that. The pig is safe. Also, I see another yam. It's a yam, charisma yam. Given that that map covers up everything else, it's nice that it goes away at the very least whenever I'm eating yams. Does it also go away when I press square? Yes, it does. 42 out of 50 yams found. We're starting to get close to the end of the game, it seems like. Alright, pig, what do you have to say for yourself? Oink. Gobbin? Brave is the toughest around, oink. Yeah, if you say so. I say to the pig. Alright, well, all that leaves now is whatever is across this here bridge. Oh, it's the inn and the bank. Here I thought this would be something important. Well, I do need to get some rest. there isn't much room here. I should have just stayed in my hometown, Galidia. You're a tiny little bird. You don't need much room. Also, tiny little is redundant. Alright, I need some rest. And then there's a situation with the bank. How much money do I have stored in the bank right now? 83 wind shell. You know, interest sounded really nice when I started this game, but apparently doesn't amount to a whole lot, does it? I'm not going to be affording any of the super duper equipment here. I'll have to shop in the other town around here. Oh, for Pete's sake, me. Can't I remember this? Of course I can. Just not all the time. Alright, got that program closed. Let's not chat while I'm trying to stream, okay? Record. Whatever. Do I want to buy anything? I don't think I do, so I'll just go ahead and deposit this for now. Oh, $17.99 is how much I have right now. Well, in that case, I'm still going to store what I've got so far. That would be enough to afford one thing from this weapon shop here, but I have no idea which weapon would be the best. There's still a couple of treasures here that I have yet to mark off. Assuming I didn't forget to mark them off, because apparently I forgot to mark off the money that Dad gave me. Oh well. Guess this means I'll look around and hope that I didn't forget to mark something off. Ah, here's one. And this would be the Pal Yam. So I need to find that second Wisdom Yam. Incidentally, I hope I haven't missed any yams along the way. I know there was one yam in Gem Bopper that I couldn't find. I never found out whether it was something I forgot to mark off or not. Alright, I see the last yam. I avoided checking the clock because I've checked clocks before and they all do the same. But not this one! And there is the last yam in this town. So, hopefully, I'm supposed to be at 44 out of 50 and not, well, 50 or 45 out of 50. I suppose I could look through the rest of this guide real quick and count how many yams are left in it. Yep, 6 yams left in the guide. Therefore, I have found all of them up to this point. So I guess I just forgot to mark off that one in Jump Hopper. Alright, just real quick, am I absolutely certain there's nothing that I would be interested in buying? Well, I suppose if I'm going to find that out, first I need to change my job class to something, and equip whatever I'm going to be equipping. Again, the situation with like Warrior and Cleric, Warrior can equip everything, which would definitely be useful if I need to, you know, equip everything. But at the same time, critical hits with bars would be pretty helpful. I kind of, sort of want to use every job class in this game for the sake of showing everything off, but there's not really anything to really show off with them. So, I think I will go for the Bard, probably. Maybe? The Bard cannot equip axes. That is the disadvantage with the Bard. Do I want to equip axes? I don't know that I need to. Let's go ahead and go with the Bard for the time being. I'll show that enemy Bard how a real Bard battles. And maybe I can take control of him. I mean, you definitely have some interesting things going here with some of these job classes, with like the Guardian having higher chance of blocking attacks, and the mage having a faster MP recovery and fighters being able to cause more damage barehanded. But these are definitely not as interesting as what you might find in games like Final Fantasy. Alright, let's go ahead and equip stuff now. I can no longer equip a shield, can I? That's too bad. Here, let's do this the easy way so that I know exactly what it is that I'm equipping. So my weapon, for the time being, let's go ahead and equip the spear. For my head is the bandana, body is... I need to buy something for my body. That's what I need to do. Assuming that there's something I can buy for my body. Apparently not. Maybe we bards can't equip armor. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, it certainly balances things out in regards to that critical hit rate. I mean, high critical hit rate, low defense. I really wish I knew what each of these did without having to buy them. It's like, the headband obviously has higher defense. But what are its other benefits? Do I like have a headband on hand? No? So the only thing that I can really do is buy a headband and find out like that. Can I at least equip a cloth armor? Okay, good. I'm glad I kept that fed. Alright, well I'm gonna go ahead and buy the headband just in case it's useful, but while I'm at the bank, I'd like to point out something interesting. So, if you made a mistake in regards to how much you're putting in, you have, well, first off, you have this as an option, but you also have the min and max options. Minimum is 0, and maximum is 999,999. It's interesting that that's the maximum, considering you could put in a lot more. What is that? 99,999,999? Yeah. I think you can actually set what the minimum and maximum are when you're programming this calculator. But it's been a while since I played RPG Maker 2, so I'm not sure. I just find that interesting, though. Alright, let's get that headband. Maybe some other stuff, actually. Let's just get all the accessories there, so that we have one of each, and we no longer have to worry about which one is best. I definitely like, by the way, how you customize these menus for the shop. Anyway, I got some stuff now, and conveniently enough, they all went to that one section. I also have these other ones over here, so I should definitely compare them as well. Maybe. At the very least, let's throw in the circlet. And I guess that'll be it for the time being. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out what our different options are for the things here. No, we can't even get the descriptions in here. Alright, let's check out what the options are for the things here. Alright, so right now we got the... Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. What all would this be equipping? Do any of these replace the talisman? No, these are all headgears. The talisman is something else. That's luck. Luck was something I wanted. Alright, so headband. Oh boy, look at this. So the headband's got some boost to strength, which is kind of nice, as well as defense, dexterity, intelligence, luck. A lot of boosting there. The helmet has a boost of 9 to defense, which is possibly helpful considering that I've got a class that cannot equip armor right now. or a shield. Oh, but luck goes down by 5. So it would be kind of a good thing that I have this thing that increases luck by 10. What about the spike cap? Dexterity plus 15? I don't really like dexterity. That's that thing that makes it so that enemies cause more damage to you, right? Yeah, you cause more damage, but so does your enemies. So, definitely don't want that, especially since it lowers my defense. Circlet raises defense a little, lowers strength a little, adds some more luck, which is nice, and adds some intelligence. And the bandana, there's that dexterity again. Along with a bit of defense, some luck, some strength, lower intelligence. Alright, those are my options. I think I'm going to replace the headband at the very least, because I don't like that dexterity. Maybe I'll go with the helmet, or I kind of like the circlet. Extra defense, lower strength, but considering I'm using a job class right now with a good chance of critical, that would make up for the lower strength. So, you know, yeah, we're good with that. So we'll go ahead and put the rest of this into my bag. I won't sell any of this because I kind of want to keep that stuff around for reference. Now, I'm gonna see about possibly buying some items, because it might be something wise to do. No, maybe not, because we got another town to explore. The guide says that our next destination is that dungeon, but really feel like going to the other town to look at the equipment there would probably be a good idea. Although, at the very least, I'm probably going to want to... Oh, I already deposited my money. I was about to say I should probably buy a few more magic maps, because I'm going to be using one in the next town. Oh well, we'll just buy one in the next town. The next town does have magic maps for sale, right? No. Alright, well, back to the bank. And while I was dealing with that, lunch was brought to me. Apparently, my grandpa went to get fast food, and they gave him the wrong order, and he didn't find out until he got home with it. I keep saying, you need to make sure they get your order right. Fast food is notorious for not getting your order right. So, being that I have food sitting over here on the table, I'm not going to be spending much longer recording this episode. However, at the very least, I think I will go ahead and head to the next town. The guide says we're wanting to head over to the someplace next. The Tempest Temple place. However, for the sake of getting some better equipment, and also a couple of spells, we'll at least go ahead and look at the next town. Preferably not dying along the way. By the way, how do you like the fact that I actually am uploading 2 episodes of this week? That is awesome. And to my understanding, I'm getting kind of close to the end, and that is making me excited to play on, because the end of games tends to be exciting. Alright, now we're going into one of these watery battles where I know that mermaids are weak against spears, so have at you. Yep, definitely weak against spears. What does it look like when I'm using a healing spell on a boat, by the way? Probably doesn't have any special effect. No, it does. It's just being used on an invisible character. Alright, so... So there's more than one entrance onto this next location. And looking at the world map... Hold on, let's open the world map from here, get a closer look at it, because I just noticed something interesting. I can't use the world map from there. Alright, well, as soon as I land, we'll take a look at the world map, a closer look, because I noticed something interesting. Can I get off from here by chance? No, that's a little high up. So where do I want to go from here? Probably all the way around. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, the reason we're taking a peek at the next town is for our sake of, well, being interesting. Since spending an entire episode inside towns is not great, this will actually have something to look at other than one town. We'll be looking at 2 towns, but not exploring it yet. Okay, you need to stop that, please. In fact, have some ice. I swear I better not die in this. Long-range attacks, go! Oh boy, there were... Oh wow, look at all those critical hits. Oh, and there goes my combo. That's too bad. So yeah, the rogue definitely has some critical hits going for it. Now, any chance we can make it to the next town? Where's the dock? Where is the dock? Not now. Okay, aside from the fact that these guys are really crowding me and it's unfortunate, here, have some fireballs. Couldn't help but notice that turtle stepped back when I missed him with the icicles. I wonder if he's programmed to dodge attacks. Alright, maybe this way? Oh, crap. How do I get to the next town? Okay, from here on, I'm running from every battle until I figure out where I'm going. I'm surprised that book doesn't keep track of how many times I've fled from battle. Oh, here's the dock. All I had to do was move a little to the right. Alright, so somewhere around here there's going to be a town. Where that is, I'm not entirely sure. There's also a couple of yams out here, but we'll kind of save them so that I don't lose track of them. New enemies, we're not going to worry about these guys just yet. I just want to make it to the next town so that we can take a peek at it and quit there. There it is. And of course, I'm also going to want to kind of check out equipment. So, let's see here. Do I want to check out equipment now? Am I going to spend the next episode exploring this town? Or am I going to wait until after the dungeon to explore this town? Why did I come here again? Equipment. I'll check out equipment first. And there's the bank, so we know that. So we have more monsters in this town? Is that what's going on? Oh, interesting. I've got the map open already, even though I didn't use the map here. Huh. Oh. Equipment is in this building. In fact, everything's in this building. Oh yeah, another reason why we're coming here is for magic. So, let's go ahead and... It stares into your soul. It notices 21 more wind chill that you likely cannot. It stares into your wallet. And there's my balance. So let's get out all of my money. Also do some resting, because I kind of... It tastes a wind chill and puts it back. Blurgle, 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 blur. Blur, blurgle, blur, wind chill blur. Because it apparently can say one word, just randomly. It kind of reminds me of those games with fake languages, and among all the fake words, you suddenly hear a word in English among them. And it's kind of funny and distracting. Blur, blurble, blurber, blurb. 50 windchill blur? Sure. Blurble, blurble. Same to you. Blur, blur, blur. Blur. Blur, blur. It reminds me of a fox I know named Mr. Genesis. He can only speak fox. And it's kind of like that. You know, this is seeming like it might be a small town. I'm tempted to go ahead and explore it now. But, like I said, I've got food waiting for me. So let's just go straight to buying some equipment. We'll have a reason to explore this town later. Oh, also, welcome, I have trained in the art of solar. Now mastered, I can teach you this magic for 1000 windshell. Okay, well, we're done here. Armor. Give me armor. Squack. More penguin armorers. Diamond shield, can't use that. A beanie. I came out here looking for some sort of armor, and it seems I'm not getting any. That's unfortunate. I'll probably ignore the beanie. It seems like old equipment. Oh, what the heck. I'll take a look at it anyway. And it's in the bag. Because why wouldn't it be? Nope, that is definitely an old thing that I don't want. So, I'm not even buying the baseball cap. Well, at the very least, can check out equipment. Gwa! Grogra? Hi, dragon. And by that I mean actual physical dragon, not a person named dragon. Gra! Alright, these weapons are definitely more affordable. But not by a huge amount. Probably going to want to be doing some grinding then, if I want these. Oh, we also have some accessories. You know what? Screw the equipment. Let's just buy solar. The guy recommends coming here and getting solar, because it's apparently going to be useful for the next boss. Now hold still just for a moment. And we learn solar. Hope this magic assists you. So at this point, we've got 4 spells, or 5 spells. Spells that can be equipped to a shoulder button, but only 4 shoulder buttons. So I'm going to have to replace a spell. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm not replacing arrow. I use that quite frequently. As for what I will use in... you know what? I might just say solar for the boss. Not really sure. Either I'll replace something... It largely depends on what enemies can be found in the next dungeon. Anyway, like I said, as far as exploring this town goes, I'm probably just going to wait until I actually need to come here. Because I do come here after the next dungeon. The spell was the important thing. So I'll go ahead and store my wind shell back. And down at the bottom of the screen is all of my patrons. And next time, we're going to the Temple of Tempest. That's some convenient naming there. We'll probably save exploration of this town for another episode. Likely the next episode will be Tempest, and then after Tempest, the episode after that will be exploring this town. Although I'm a little curious about something in regards to the treasures that can be found in this town. But I think I'll check that off camera. For now though, my food is getting cold. So I will see you in the next one.